but there's always a possibility if we could recondition ourselves to think properly, or like he mentioned, not think and just be, just do, just live. Hey guys, it's AnkmoTV here. We're back yet for another video, and this time around it's gonna be another one. Sadhguru on mind power and how the sixth sense works. It's gonna be a part 2 in our spiritual journey. Hopefully we have much more and many more to come. But without further ado, let's get straight into it.
See, if you just do what you feel is right, and right now, Meher, your intuition is still not very dependable. People start developing these things for everything. When their logic fails, they will think that…
I'm gonna touch up on this little part real quick before I forget. When do we know when what we're doing is the right thing? And then sometimes our intuition is not dependable, right? A lot of times I think we confuse intuition and what we think is right with what our subconscious is trying to hold us with comfort. Sometimes we make decisions based out of comfort, and that can also not be the right decision, and therefore it's not… I honestly think it shouldn't be correlating with intuition itself. And that's why sometimes we make wrong decisions rather than right ones, because we base our decisions on comfort and not intuition or logical thinking, I think.
You know, you want to do something, you don't know how to do it. You're not sure whether to do it or not do it. Then the simple solution they're taking is, okay, this finger is this finger is this, yes, no. Give it to the child, if he holds this, yes, if he holds this, no. This is not intuition. Now, this is just that your logic has become, incapable, it's collapsed, unable to come to a logical decision. So, you are succumbing to this simple way. If some child holds your hand like this or like this, yes or no. Anyway, when there are two options, 50% of the time you could be right, yes? Being 50% of the time right is not good enough, isn't it? Some time ago I was visiting a homeopathic doctor. There in his clinic they had put up an ad. Some homeopathic medicine which will work for all kinds of snake bites. So I looked at this and then I asked him, how come this medicine you're advertising that it works for all kinds of snake bites? Because if you are not already aware of this, snake bites are fundamentally of two kinds. One type of venom attacks your cardiovascular system, another kind of venom attacks your nervous system. They're two completely different kind of chemicals, and it works upon your system in a different way. Generally for both you have different types of antidotes. But for everything this particular medicine is supposed to work, how is that possible? So the doctor said, see, in India, 90% of the Indian snakes are non-poisonous. So 90% of the time it works. That's not good enough, isn't it? It's the remaining 10% which is crucial, isn't it so? So, intuition, don't get into this thing about you trying to be intuitive. Never try to be intuitive. Logic is dependable, isn't it? There are moments when there is certain clarity which has no logical explanation. At that time, it's okay. But you never try to be intuitive. If you try to be intuitive, your logical mind will become deceptive and come to all kinds of stupid decisions. You'll get suddenly guidance, voices from the heaven, all kinds of voices people are hearing. Logic is dependable, go by it, at least you won't make a fool of yourself. There are moments when there is simple clarity, for which there is no confusion, it's 100% clear, then you go ahead.
If your attention is on all the time, without any thoughts or judgments, you will naturally become intuitive. That's how every other life is.
Wait, let me see.
Thoughts or judgments. Time, without any
If your attention is on all the time without any thoughts or judgments,
you will naturally become intuitive. That's how every other life is.
you just do.
They don't have much thoughts, much judgment, but they know what to do about their life. Human beings are missing this out because
You think too much.
they have replaced their attention with their thoughts and in turn judgments and in turn prejudices. These are all boxes that you create out of which you can't get out. It is not about, oh yellow, oh pink, oh red. These are all your thoughts. These are all words that you created.
Is it all our thoughts though? Is it not fabricated thoughts based on our surroundings and the way society goes about? Naturally, being born, you would never have these type of thoughts if it was not part of an everyday life. That's how you start to evolve as a person, right? You see someone dealing a certain way because of a certain thing, and therefore you associate it with that, and then that's what starts all these thoughts, these judgments, these prejudices, like he says. So also realizing that these are not your actual thoughts, is just, you know, the process of you being subjected to X and Y. Then yeah, but of course, having clear state of mind is by far the better way of going forward. Because forget even positive thoughts. There's no thoughts whatsoever. There's nothing bothering you. All right? There's nothing to base your decision making will be based off of, just like you said, intuition without thoughts. Exactly. It's just gonna happen. Wow.
You just have to pay attention and imbibe life. Life is happening in a spectacular way. If you have no access to it, all you have is a bone box full of trash that you gathered. May you know the best of life before you fall like this leaf.
The best of life before you fall.
Welcome to Sing.
So all we have is an accumulation of trash due to insecurities and whatnot, and then one bad experience increases that negativity, and it just goes back and it worsens with time. And the more you go into that deepness, into that dark side, the harder it is to get out. But there's always a possibility if we could recondition ourselves to think properly, or like he mentioned, not think and just be, just do, just live. So yeah, that's what I gathered from this video. Without further ado, if you guys enjoy this type of content, because I absolutely do, I tell you the honest truth, this is probably the thing that I enjoy the most, is changing the way you go and see things, and to become eventually a better version of what you are potentially capable of achieving. So I absolutely enjoy this. If you have other stuff from me to recommend, and just give me that extra boost of support, it will mean a lot to me. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment down in the section below, and without further ado, we'll see you next time. Part 2. Next time is gonna be part 3. Take care.